Hi guys, welcome back. It's Julie. We're starting February already, so let's move on to week number 5. So I'm going to be playing with these sketches and I'm thinking I'm going to use this one right here. But before I get into my 5th week, I want to go back to the month of January. Now remember I told you that I was kind of making it up as I'm going along. So when I started to prep this page, I kind of felt that there was quite a bit of a transition between January and February. Because we're using our scraps, everything is kind of different, so I wanted to add these little half pages. I brought in my stamp that I used for the month of January as the background. I also brought back the months of the year, the January one, to stamp the month of January. If you don't have it, and if you have this one here, which is the Melissa Esplin months, you can use that one as well. And I did this little half page and I summarized the month of January. Current event, what's the family doing, what are we watching. I really liked the separation between the 2 months. So very much like last month, we're going to go ahead here and use one sheet of cardstock and we're going to make our bases. So for this week, I'm going to use this sketch right here. I had 2 photos. Well, actually I had 1 photo and a text from my daughter, which actually was kind of funny. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to add this piece of scrap, which is not like the sketch, but I still liked it. This was kind of funny. It was her first day back at school and they were making them eat lunch outside, which is kind of cold, to be honest with you. But I thought it was perfect for this week. So I'm going to sneak in this little piece here at the back and I'm going to add my 3x3 photos. I'm just going to sneak them to the other side only because I don't want to hide that pretty flower that's on my piece of paper right here. So again, you can go ahead and change it up, you know, just to give you an idea. When I pulled this sticker off the sticker sheet, I thought, well, isn't this perfect, right? Take me away. Not quite the meaning I think that they wanted, but for this page, it's going to work perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to ink distress all the edges, and I'm using black ink. I'm always a little worried when I use black ink because first, I usually get it all over, and secondly, I just don't want to put too much. So this paper that I'm using here are leftovers from the Perfect Match paper collection, and as I said before, we're going to try and be a little bit like a Valentine feel for the month of February. It's not really a Valentine layout, but I just thought, why not? It's February. So I'm going to add a lot of pinks and blacks and reds and add my pictures, of course. So I thought that this little picture of her with her mask waiting for me to pick her up from school was priceless. So it actually ended up being a really good week last week. I really didn't have a lot of pictures, but it's amazing all the little moments that happen every week, and you can actually scrapbook them in these little albums. So I really like this concept that I'm doing along with you. So I'm going to add my little sticker here. I'm going to add it with 3D foam tape because I think it merits a little bit of attention. It's perfect. I love it when you pull a sticker from the sticker sheet and it just matches your layout perfectly. It was a lot of fun. So the last thing that I'm going to pull here from my stash again, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of embellishment. This is how I like to store them. I've got all of these sequins. I've got these really cool little enamel hearts, and I've held on to them for whatever reason, and I'm kind of happy because I'm going to use them this month. So I'm going to add a few here right at the bottom, and it just kind of completes the page. I'm not adding a whole bunch to these pages, just enough though. So if you remember last month, I was using the Keyboard Craft alphabet stickers, and I know I'm going to use them throughout the album, but I think I'm going to run out of W's and K's. So I thought, okay, it's a good time to pull out this stamp set, which is very much the same look and feel. So I'm going to go ahead here and on a scrap piece of paper that was on my table, I'm just going to stamp the W, the K, and the 5 using candy apple ink, and I think that it's going to have the same kind of look and feel throughout the book, but they're going to be stamped in red, and I think that that's going to look perfect for this month. We'll see, I might change the color, but for this month I'm definitely going to use the stamp set. Alright, let's do a quick little cleanup here. I'm going to clean off my stamp image on my little chamois. I'm going to put those away because they're small and they're easy to misplace. I'm going to go ahead here and I'm just going to fussy cut these little squares. And I'm cutting right on the line. I'm not leaving a little white border. So I'm just going to cut those very quickly and add them to this layout. And I think that it's a really nice addition. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Tombow glue. I'm using tweezers because they are small, and we're just going to pop those right on the page. So I think we're pretty much done here. Like I said before, I don't need any journaling because that text says it all. And I've just added a few little enamel heart. That sticker was perfect. It's kind of missing something. So I looked in my stash, and of course I brought in just a little bit of shimmer. So I cut this strip down. I think it's like 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to add it to the side, and it completes the page. It just needed a little pop of something. I really like the way that this turned out. It's just a little accent, but it looks really, really good. So let's pop number 5 into our little album here. I'm going to toss everything aside. I like this separation a lot, and we're just going to pop that in there, and we're going to start thinking of what we're going to take pictures of for week number 6. So I hope you're still playing along with me and you've taken a few pictures, and you're going to continue on in the month of February. I did bring in this stamp set, and I will repeat this same little half page for the month of February. I will use the month and then just a few of those little images, and then just like that we'll be done. I hope you're enjoying this project, and like always, don't forget to take pictures. I'll see you in the next video.